Attack. Attack of the show. Attack.
Show TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. My name, Kevin Pereira.
My name is Olivia Munn. We are coming to you live from the G4 Studios right here in Los Angeles, live.
On the show today. What? Why? What's? I thought my mic came loose. It's gonna come loose.
You just looked down.
I'm just. Oh, can you tie this in a little bow for me,
sure.
please? Thank you. Terminator 2 gets mashed up into a dance remix. It's hypnotic, it's robotic, and it's around the net plus. We'll take a game break with Adam Sessler to talk about Army of Two, the 40th day. Will it be the game that finally removes Call of Duty from your disc tray? I don't know.
Hi. The big tech news is Google's announcement that they may shut down operations in China. Yeah. You guys don't go online at all to see that?
A lot of China fans here. Big fans of China.
Well, a recent attack on Google originating from China may have drastic results, and we're going to get to the bottom of that complex situation in the loop. And then McG and Mark Valley are here from Human Target, the new action show based on the DC comic book.
Big show.
Yeah.
Thanks from a bow.
I know how to make.
Now I can leap freely.
Yeah. And I tied it so that nothing is hitting the microphone.
Look at consummate professional.
So web videos, the most dangerous game.
We'll give you a 10-second head start. Go! If you saw the Pereira Munn family Christmas card this year, you know that Olivia and I love the snow.
Oh, I love it.
We loves the snow. So why don't we have some fun in a winter wonderland?
Yay, sleds!
Okay. It's good.
If this car is a rockin', let's call an ambulance.
Yeah. Actually, you know, making Buick Angels, that's a Pereira family winter tradition.
Buick Angel?
Every year, yeah. If you didn't do it on accident, Dad would slam your head into the car. It's true. It's true.
Your life makes me sad.
You and me both, kiddo.
But look at you now. You drive a BMW and you have money.
I wear long sleeves to hide the pain. That's close enough!
For the,
Hi, Alan. Alan's our director. It's okay. We're
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, for the 5 of you out there who consider a cappella to be a viable and beautiful musical form, we have got a treat for you.
Oh, yeah. Coming in at number 4, German band Van Canto does a hardish core cover, I guess,
Hardish.
of Metallica's Battery, or as they say, Batari, by taking the guitars out of Metallica, which they should probably put right back in, to be honest.
Yeah, so let's almost rock.
Woo.
Battery, 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 battery,
Need the chicken from yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't like. I was mad at myself for tapping my foot by the end of it, but I
You
totally
were.
did.
You
So,
were.
outed. But I have to object, though. I have to object a little bit. Yeah, because that was supposed to be a cappella, and clearly there were drums being played in that video. Okay, I mean, I didn't check the wiki, but I think that's a violation.
But maybe in Germany, drums aren't technically considered instruments.
Okay, so what are they in Germany?
A call to battle?
Oh. Oh, no. Well, hide your ethnics in your artwork, because here we go again, right? Am I right?
Head to the attic, write in your journal.
I'm going to go. Yeah. It's a live journal. It's a live journal.
We like to journal.
Yeah, that's what...
And attics are fun.
They're great places to scrapbook or hide.
Too soon.
I'm going to smile at him. Today's number 3 comes to us from an earlier work of filmmaker James Cameron. You guys familiar with the James Cameron?
I consider him a friend of the show.
I shook his hand and
Friend of the
breathed
show.
in his essence. This is a small experimental art house film that he did ages ago. It has scantily clad weightlifters / robots. It was called Terminator 2.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, there were a lot of naked dudes in it.
Yeah, you noticed that? We're pretty sure that when you saw this post-apocalyptic killer cyborg epic, the last thing you were thinking was, hey, those robots crunching human skulls would make a pretty good beat. But the maker of this video figured it out.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, no joke, everything that you hear in this video is a sound directly taken from the movie.
Get down.
Oh, yeah.
That was really fun.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's the good thing the T-1000 hit the hi-hat over and over again in that music. That movie.
It's
You know,
really good.
really
Yeah,
good.
it actually almost makes you forget about that scene where little kids are vaporized on a playground. Almost. I said almost. Almost. What?
Yeah, okay. Terminator 2.
No,
yeah,
no.
I got it.
What?
Oh,
What?
you're just a house music machine.
No,
Mix up
no.
the sample now. Mix it up. Oh, sorry. Oh. You could almost see the sparks. If we were true high def, you would have caught
Okay,
'em.
Kevin, I'd like you to stop because I'd like to move on.
Okay.
I've had enough. I have really seriously had enough.
What else do you want, princess?
Well, if I have to tell you guys, honestly, I don't really like modern techno movie remixes
Oh.
at all.
Oh, okay, okay.
The
What do you
princess-
like?
The Princess Olivia actually likes her music to be delicate, folky, and kind of in a unnatural male falsetto. It's what I really enjoy.
Okay, well, no, actually, if
It's specific, but
If you're
that's
into
what a
that-
princess likes.
Princess has her wants. She has her demands. And you may be interested to know that today's number 2 item comes to us from Mr. Mark Gormley.
What?
Remember Mark Gormley? Mark Gormley, the shining star of the YouTube green screen folk music scene. Hello, is Princess happy now?
Well, continue. What else do you have?
Oh, Princess is smiling. Well, here he is once again with a new lilting folk tune, if I may be so brash as to call it lilting.
Kevin, what does lilting mean?
It's an adjective to describe
please.
in this case, this folk song called
would be
"Sing
what?
Me Your Song." It's a lilting. He sold out to Cheetos.
No!
He sold out to Cheetos.
No, I think good for Gormley. Those singing lessons were not going to pay for themselves. Right? You have to make...
You got to be careful with
Really,
those endorsements, though, because they
Kevin,
can
are you-
damage an image or a
Are you
career.
Okay. This guy who was paid to wear that Russian body spray.
Oh.
Yeah. Paid money to wear it.
Look, it was.
Are you still wearing it?
It was great. Yeah.
Did you
Well,
say?
it caused the ladies to go into heat, which is great, but it kind of made dudes impotent. So
Well, that's an odd pairing.
it was. I don't think it was intended.
What other Russian words do you know besides niet? Yes.
Vodka.
Still ahead. coming up features
Tetris.
cuteness and bloodiness. It's an emotional spectrum right after this.
Das Vidania!
What's that mean?
Huh? Ah, somebody yelled in my ear.
Enjoy your company.
No one I'd rather spend a commercial break with than you, my lady.
I like that. Thank you, Massa.
Just made it up.
My man.
Coming in at number 1 today is a unique and wonderful new development in the way that we watch web videos. This could change the internet as we know it. It's a new YouTube channel called Cute Things Exploding.
Now, as you are all well aware, cute things make up a significant portion of internet videos. And we know you watch them, even if you try to hide that window when someone else walks by, Bernardo.
Yeah, but hold on. Now, Bernardo, with just a few well-placed After Effects, even the most adorable of cute videos are okay to watch and enjoy. For example, the one that I couldn't even open up at work, Surprise Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic! Fantastic!
Kevin, please tell me this works with Sneezing Pandas too. Tell me it works.
If by works you mean suddenly makes an endangered species one member lighter, then yes, it works. And it just glitter and...
It does work!
It does work.
It does
Well,
glitter!
Of course, we're saving the best for last. You guys remember Biscuit, right? Yeah. The dog who runs in his sleep.
Yeah,
right?
who doesn't?
Well, would you like to see him explode?
I really don't even understand why you're wasting time asking me that.
They win the internet so far in 2010. They win the internet.
Makes everything okay in
Yeah.
life. But I have to say that once again, watching that made me realize that it's proven what Michael Bay has known for years.
Oh, everything's better with explosions.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Including Jeremy's Dragon Corner.
What?
Dragons. Notorious for capturing hot damsels and then most likely sexing them up in their swank dragon daddies. Sure, dragons probably hook up with other dragons when they have to, but what if they were to mate with something other than a hot wench? Behold, dragons cars! These disturbing yet super erotic images portray the sweetest of the beasts with a sex ton of horny vehicles, from Porsches to VW Beetles to, what is that, a Nissan Stanza? No matter what your taste in cars or dragons, chances are there's probably a dragon car for you. Some are true works of art, others look like they were drawn by me when I was 7. What's next with you people? Jeremy dragons? Actually, that'd be pretty sweet.
Oh, no, I knew it!
I know WTF is coming up soon, and I have to tell you guys that I am a little afraid.
No, you'll be fine. I promise.
I will
listen.
not.
No, hold on.
I've read the teas, and I am not
Listen,
a happy person.
I promise you, today's WTF is probably the most mature and fascinating exploration into the human sexual psyche that's ever been put on television. Really powerful stuff. Cable Facts 2. It's coming up.
Would you like to tell everyone what the topic is?
It's, fart fetishes.
What the?
Farts. They come in all sorts of smells and sounds, ranging from your buffalo wing blaster to your stealthy funeral wisp. Passing wind is just a part of our nature, but some people out there take this gassy pastime to heart. And it's making us ask, what the It's called the Proctophilia, a sexual fascination with flatulence. But you can call it the fart fetish for short. Symptoms include an uncontrollable urge to fart on others, an obsessive attraction to others farting, and the unforgiving interest in filming it all. On YouTube alone, there are nearly 1,000 clips and dozens of dedicated channels like Sager Farts 09, which has over 500 subscribers and hosts a variety of rips, from pillow stinkers and teddy bear stuffers to simply farting on a basketball. It's the actual noise and stench of the fart that excites this type of fetishist. The louder and longer the release, the more appealing it is. But if the air biscuit has no stink, well, then it's just not good enough. But men are not the only ones breaking wind for pleasure. No, the ladies love it as well. Though with girls farting, it's usually the male viewer who is the proctophiliac. Watching ladies behave primitively essentially helps the fetishist feel equal or even superior to the farter. A case that many psychologists call the humiliation complex. On the internet, the fart fetish has a strong presence beyond YouTube as well, with a handful of flatulent websites like Girls Gone Gross and dailyfarts.com. Some even sell videos for download at $5 to $30 each, depending upon the length and magnitude of each clip. From releasing thunderous bombs on each other's faces to voluntarily taking whiffs from a sleep farter, these fetishists make no pardon for their stinky ways. But our favorite cheese cutter award has to go to the bathtub farter. Nothing like a little bubbly to get the day started. So whether you're into cheek squeaks or bottom blasters, we're not saying it's wrong to cut the cheese. In fact, sure, go ahead, pull our fingers. Just don't mind us when we ask, what's up?
Well, I'm really glad we all saw that. Let's go over to Kevin, who I hold fully responsible.
Let's take a game break and get a sit rep on RV of 2, the 40th day. And right now, I'm going to actually summon an X-Play host to help. You'll see. Adam Sessler, ladies and gentlemen.
Good summoning. You just got to have a good fart segment. And pretty much it'll call me up.
I thought you were going to come out with a basketball as well, just as a show of solidarity to the guys we saw on the WTF.
Yeah. Solidarity is something you do quietly.
Quietly.
In the privacy of your own home.
Yeah, that'll sneak up on me. Thank you. Army of 2, the 40th day, the sequel to the 2008 title Army of 2. Bring us up to speed on the setting. Where's the game taking place?
It's interesting. The first game was kind of all over the map. It had some Middle East.
Right.
It was a little bit kind of a mess narratively. It all takes place in Shanghai. It begins with a terrorist attack. And what's neat is that you would think that, okay, we're just going to be in Shanghai, that the environment's going to stay pretty much the same. But they find these interesting ways of manipulating locations, especially one very early on where you're actually kind of walking down a fallen skyscraper from the outside.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And so you have a different place for cover. And then the famous one that everyone's talking about is you're in the Shanghai Zoo, where you can use a dead hippo for cover.
Ah, nice. There we go.
Yes.
But it all stays relatively thematic. There's no like, oh, we discovered an alien planet in Shanghai.
It's a lot of it's really like they were at the wrong place at the wrong time, trying to get out of a bad place.
Right.
And as it goes on, they get a better understanding of the events that occurred.
Now, I played the first Army of 2. I wasn't a huge fan by any stretch, but I did appreciate the promise of the franchise because I love co-op games. I said, okay, round 2 on this one's going to be so much better. Tell me they improved the mechanics.
Yes, I mean a lot of stuff. I found some of the shooting in the first one to be a little bit off. I found a lot of the AI, the enemy AI, just didn't offer up that kind of challenge that you were expecting from having played Gears of War.
Sure.
And here it really does work a lot better, and you can work a lot better in tandem. And as you can see right here, this is actually walking down one of those skyscrapers. You really can send one person off in one direction to draw the fire, and you have fun, interesting ways of then popping people in the head.
It's sort of that aggro meter, which I thought was like the heat meter at first. I'm like, which one of us is in heat
No,
more?
that's
Like,
E3
what?
about 4 years ago.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? But it's cool that you sort of strategically take that approach. The GPS was something that I found myself popping on and staring at a floor and then going, okay, now I have to go. And I felt that sort of broke the action.
Yeah.
Did you have the same problem?
Well, also, you can use it for a couple of things. It'll help you see through walls so you can tag enemies. I see what they were trying to get at with it, but it doesn't seem to really follow through. In fact, I kind of think it was going to be what's going to happen in Splinter Cell, where then you can initiate this, badass sequence
Sure.
where you just pop through the door. They have a couple other new things like that where there's sort of these moral choices. Do you kill a guy? Do you not kill a guy? It's neat in co-op because whoever hits the button first, that's the decision. There's no discussion. But they don't seem to have much bearing on the gameplay or the plot. And so while they don't seem to work all that well, they don't get in the way either.
Sure. Is it the kind of thing where it's so compelling that you're going to go back and play it again to see what happens if I don't kill that guy?
No.
No. Okay, got it.
Yes.
And what about, obviously, it's a co-op game.
It's much better as a co-op game, although the single player is so much better than the first time round, where you used to have your AI guy dragging you into gunfire to then try to heal you.
Right.
Here, he might actually find cover.
Oh, that's nice. And what about multiplayer?
Multiplayer is neat because it's 3 teams of 2. And it creates this new frenetic feeling. I do not think this is going to become the multiplayer du jour, but if you can find maybe 6 buddies, you can actually have quite a bit of fun with it.
Sweet little added bonus then, at least. What is X-Play giving this? What's your
It's a
official
4 out of
score?
5, and a very nice 4 out of 5.
That's really good. You're going to be online, or are you going back to Call of Duty? Or what are you playing these days?
I'm trying to get through Bayonetta because I'm loving this game like crazy, and it's hard, but I can't put it down.
I tried the demo, and all that happened was phantom fists coming out of the ground over and over again. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, I was fisting every enemy left and right, and I was like, I don't know what the button combo is, but sweet.
There's a sexuality in that game that is not of this planet.
Yeah. Well, I could see why you're stuck on it, Adam.
Exactly.
Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. 4 out of 5 for Army of 2. Again, Army of 2, Don't Ask, Don't Tell is in stores now. But let's go over to Mun, who's never seen combat.
Well, I know about Whale Wars. That counts.
Okay.
Ish. Still ahead, McG and Mark Valley will be here to talk about their new action show based on the DC comic Human Target. Then, Google threw down the gauntlet with China over web censorship. But was anyone in China even able to read about it? Find out in the loop. And later, we'll cleanse your palate with an all-new break moments in de-evolution. That's coming up right after this. See you later. Bye. Whatever. The Vertigo comic book Human Target is about to make its primetime debut. Here's a look.
You're right. Looks like our threat used this to divert the plane.
Please welcome the executive producer and star of Human Target, McG and Mark Valley. Oh, he's directing your applause. Thank you for that. That's a first. That's a first.
Amazing.
Now, McG, I heard that you are a big fan of DC Comics.
I am indeed, and we have a deal out at Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers and DC are in business, and we're always leafing through the comics of yesteryear, looking for some characters that we're excited about, and we got excited about Human Target, and then I saw Mark, and I said, let's make something happen.
That's it? That's your power? You're like, I want this and him.
No.
Go and make TV.
I will say this, though, however, the original character is very much involved in cloaks and disguises and wigs and mustaches and becomes that which is threatened. And we didn't want to cloak Mark that much.
How is this going to be different than the comic?
Well, I mean, that's one of the defining characteristics that makes it, a little bit different.
Because you would take on the person,
Yeah.
and now he's going to...
Yeah, and I mean, I'm very excited about the Guerrero character, which is Jackie Earle Haley, and we all know Jackie Rorschach.
When I found out that I couldn't... It's such a great cast.
Yeah.
And also, Shai McBride.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Pushing Daisies in Boston Public, yeah.
Now, you saw him watching Fringe, and you thought, this is the guy? That's what you saw Mark on?
We were old Army buddies.
That's right, because you served in Desert Storm.
Yes, the first one, which was, yeah.
Not so great?
Well, it didn't really take as long as this one.
That we're in right now, yeah.
I mean, how badass is that?
I know, it is.
I mean, that's what I want out of my action heroes. That's really badass, and I don't want to gloss over that. That's legit, and that gets me excited, and I just think that's really cool. And that adds gravitas to the performance, and that's why he brings such physicality
Well, that's what I was
to
about
the
to
character.
say, was that the, if you let me finish, McGee,
Sorry.
I wasn't actually going to gloss over an American hero right here on my show. I was going to say that you do play a detective / bodyguard, and you with for hire for all these people who need help, and so you do a bunch of stunts on the show. We were talking about that with Jazzercise, which led back to what your workout must be, and so we have all this training already for being a badass. So you've been doing a lot of stunts.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of the stunts, which actually makes doing the job a little bit easier, because I find it a little bit easier to actually have some facsimile of chances, experiences, than to kind of imagine it in my head. So, and also it's a little bit of an adrenaline rush to be kind of flying down a cable across a parking lot, or flying
Didn't we
down
get
an
rid of
elevator
facsimiles?
shaft.
Email?
Pretty
Just
good.
a straight email. Wait, now as executive producer, you want him to be doing the stunts because it makes it more real, and everybody, it gets more excited about the show. But then you can't do everything.
No, I don't do everything.
He does damn near everything.
I do.
And he's got a little gymnasium in the corner of the stage where you see him doing his thing. And if you talk to him right, he'll take his shirt off.
Really?
Yeah.
You just start taking your shirt off and working out on set.
Yeah, I suggested. I said this would be a good opportunity for me to take my shirt off.
He thinks he can work it into the character flow. And we discuss it, and usually we acquiesce.
You, of course, are a huge action director, and so we've got this show right now. And I heard that you haven't been directing anything yet, but you might be directing some of the episodes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a big fan of the show, and I look forward to getting up there in Vancouver where we shoot the show and wetting my whistle, and we're talking about my doing the finale of the first season, which I would be delighted to do. We'll see if it's in the cards.
Yes.
But there will be no stunt person, and I will have you in various states of undress, and you'll have to be called upon to do great physical challenges, and you can turn an ankle. Yeah, you might turn an ankle.
I smell Emmy.
I don't know. It could be the big showcase.
Well, when you do stunts like that, when you're in movies, they're huge budgets. But for TV, do you have to scale back a lot? I mean, can you still do the
Well, we just
same...
had to be kind of smart about it. I mean, TV, you might be able to have a more... Well, you're the director.
Yeah, but
I'm
we do...
You're the director, but I'm going to say... I'm not talking to you. But we generally... I think what we do is we kind of shoot a little bit more specifically. We kind of have an idea of what we're actually going to use in the final product, so we can kind of save some time.
But also, movies oftentimes use visual effects, which is where you get the computers involved and you do the big things that aren't really happening. And that's fun, but it's expensive and it takes a lot of time. And in this show, we do practical effects, which means if you see the building blowing up, we blew up the building. And if you see, the guy break his arm,
It's cheaper to blow up the building, yeah.
So we do things practically, and I think that's where a lot of the grit comes from, and that's homage to our favorite movies, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, pictures that weren't really visual effects intensive, but practical effects intensive, where you felt the grit and you felt the struggle of the character, and I think that's why you relate to Chance. That's the idea. I was going to get to this conversation.
Well, that's what I love watching, the fight scene. It seems like we could all do that. You're watching, you think, I mean, obviously it's so intense and crazy. What you're doing is so fantastic, but you're watching, you just everyone kind of feels like you're kind of on the edge of your seat. You look at something over here. What's going on?
Is that you and the
I'm
Wonder-
interviewing you right now.
Is that you and the Wonder-
Is
that you and the Wonder Woman
that's
thing?
me, and that's me with the hot dog.
She can take a hot dog.
And
I've seen you take a hot dog.
Yeah.
It's not since my mother have I seen a woman take a hot dog. My understanding is you look for reasons to wear don the Wonder Woman garb.
No, I think the vice president of G4 looks for reasons for me to wear the Wonder Woman garb. It gets exhausting. You can't eat for a couple. You have to do jazzercise.
And the Brazilian.
I don't think for the Wonder Woman outfit you don't really need the Brazilian for that. It doesn't go that high up. I don't know.
I see.
I don't know which clips of me you're watching.
It's kind of old school.
That is kind of old school.
Yeah, and then there's Kevin with lots of different hairstyles over there.
Yep.
And then this is some lights right here.
The Leia bikini's a big hit too.
McGee and Mark Valley, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're really excited about your show. Yeah, we're really, really excited. The Human Target preview event starts this Sunday, and then the series airs Wednesday nights on Fox. You have to watch it. It's going to be amazing. But right now, let's go over to my Human Target, Kevin Pereira.
All right, still ahead, the Chinese government gets help from Google to censor the web, but that's about to change. Explanations are forthcoming in the loop, so stick around, everybody.
From Hollywood to Bollywood. Geek Goddess. make it so.
Right, yeah. Let's news it up.
Oh yeah, let's news it up.
News it up.
Here's News It Up Herder. What's up, Blair?
It's this way?
Yeah, raise that news.
Up,
Raise the
it up,
news.
news it
Start
up.
the feed, what?
Woo!
Stay down forever, hands. It is Wednesday, January 13th, and here are your top stories. It's freedom of search, my friends! Internet giant Google said Tuesday that it will stop censoring search results in China and may pull out of the country altogether after discovering a coordinated cyber attack against their servers originating in China. Well, some see this move as an application of Google's Don't Be Evil motto. Others have suggested it's simply a distraction from the fact that Google has been struggling to maintain a foothold in China's $2.9 billion annual online advertising market. That's a lot of cheddar. Kevin in the Loop will have more about this in just a few minutes. Now, starting this spring, Netflix will be extending its Watch Instantly online streaming video services to Nintendo's Wii gaming console. That's right, in a deal similar to the ones it already has with Xbox 360 and PS3. The service will come at no extra cost to the U.S. Netflix members who subscribe to the $8.99 per month plan or higher. To initiate the feature, Wii gamers should go to netflix.com/Wii to request a free disc. Now, because of that, like the PS3, the Wii's Netflix disc must be inserted whenever the user wants to watch a streaming movie, which kind of sucks. And finally, the Green Lantern movie has a villain, and it's not Sinestro. What? It's not Sinestro. Rumors have Peter Sarsgaard signed on to play the psychic Silver Age villain Dr. Hector Hammond, opposite Ryan Reynolds as Hal Jordan. Now, you might not recognize the name, but you'll almost definitely recognize Sarsgaard's face from movies like Orphan, Jarhead, and Garden State. Green Lantern will be directed by James Bond vet Martin Campbell and is a complete 180 from the movie that almost happened a few years ago that was to star Jack Black. That would have sucked so bad, because he's fat and Green Lantern is not. The serious Green Lantern movie will be in theaters next June. I'm sorry I got so mad about that, guys. I'm very sorry about that. I'm Blair Herder, and you have just been fed. Back to Kevin.
All right, thank you, Blair. There's more Attack of the Show coming right up, so if you're seated, stay seated. If you're standing up, hang out, and we'll be back. Yes.
Kevin says, eat me.
Bye!
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new AOTS, we'll unveil the Eigenharp on Musical Playtime, a new instrument that's part woodwind, part drum, and part piano. Then Anna David takes to the UCLA campus for another edition of Sex on the Streets. And Kristen Adams gets a glimpse of life after the apocalypse when she sits down with the cast of Book of Eli. See it tomorrow.
Now, if you study hard and you apply yourself diligently, you can be anything you want. I believe that. You can be whatever you want.
Yeah. Or you could get high and stick your ball bag in a fan. Yeah. I think I'd like to see the latter.
Okay. What are we doing?
Twist it out.
Is that a Katamari ball roll?
Yeah.
Or I don't know what that was. Okay.
Now, apparently, it's not uncommon for dudes to just sit around and try and punch each other out.
Yeah, and if you're one of these guys, make sure that the one getting knocked out isn't, I don't know, standing next to your 60-inch television.
Go ahead. You ready? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and had that been one of them newfangled 3D televisions, I wouldn't have shed a tear. But that was a beautiful rear projection set from the mid-90s. Very disappointing to have good technology ruined like that.
So this week's rating system is?
Oh, this week's rating system is very special. Amateur gynecologists. It's a pretty big deal.
Yes.
How many are we giving this genius?
Well, the TV still stayed on, which is really a nod to like TVs back in the day, because that one was classic.
Sturdy. That was a pizza parlor television
so
set.
I'm going to say 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5. Okay, there we go. There they are.
So I have a question. And
Yes.
this is serious. Do pellet guns really have any legitimate purpose?
You mean like beyond shooting squirrels or inflicting pains on your friends? Like aside from those?
Yeah, aside from those.
Yeah. Actually, you can pierce your nipple with one.
Oh.
Wait, to get up closer. Get up closer.
Please don't.
get a piece of paper towel to wipe it up, dude. Sick.
He's lactating. He'll never, ever be able to nurse a baby kitten back to health again with that side of his body. Can you believe it?
Oh, that was horrible.
Really?
Did his whole nipple, the tip thing come off?
Just the tip. That's all you really need.
That's the nipple, basically.
Well, it's the tip of the nip.
The tip of it might be the best part.
Well, it might be the best part, wouldn't you? I mean...
Well, the whole thing is the best part, and then you lose the tip. It's no longer, it's just now he's just a big freckle.
It's fine. He's fine. He's going to be okay.
Oh, it's disgusting. Okay, well, how many amateur gynecologists are we going to give this
I'm
guy?
surprised you were that rocked by it. Was it the blood?
It looked like his boob was having a period.
Yeah, kind of. Doesn't your chest do that once a month?
No, my vagina does.
Oh.
Wait, I love how it was, oh.
We like to believe that you're pristine, that you don't have...
No, I am. It means my body's okay to have babies.
Oh, okay. That's scary. 4 out of 5 is the rating I'm giving that video. There it is.
You got an extra one because I was so scary.
The thought of you having a kid. That's...
Who said I would keep it?
Light them up. Oh, I know.
Who said we'd go to full term, right?
And finally, as far as I know, hair straighteners are used for straightening hair. Yeah, it's in the name.
But as nut shot aficionado J.J. Allen demonstrates, you can also use them to make a steaming hot nutsack sandwich.
Oh.
As soon as I put the thing there, it's hot.
I don't really know that was more like a sandwich. That was like a furry stapler.
It was a stapler.
Yeah, there's definitely more of a stapling action.
And then the heat wasn't the problem because more of like the impact.
Yeah,
the heat, you couldn't feel it at that. It's so quick.
It still probably really hurt his balls.
Yes, it probably did.
Probably did.
But
so how many are we giving Mr. Allen there?
That was pretty bad. I'm going to give him 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I agree. We salute everyone that appears in break moments.
Your prize is your life.
Now, before Steve Jobs makes everything that I saw at CES obsolete in a few days or so, we thought we would bring you just a few of the coolest TVs that we saw in Las Vegas.
From laptops and smartphones to tablets and wireless everything, CES has got the coolest tech.
Absolutely, but this year, it's all about your television.
Hells yeah, it is. Let's be honest, when it comes to TVs, we know bigger is better, but we're slowly learning that 3D might be best. So what does Sony have in store for that?
We're introducing a lot of new TVs this year. They're 3D enabled, which means it's completely built in. You're looking at our 60-inch Bravia LX series. This also is in our new monolithic design, which is bezel-less and completely frame set. So at Sony, we believe the best viewing and audio experience is going to come from these TVs.
And your Bravia line has been hugely successful, so I got to believe that incorporating the 3D was something that seemed second nature.
Second nature, we're also a producer of 3D content with games, music, and movies. These TVs come with 2 pairs of 3D glasses so you can have a complete experience at home. They're not available today, but you can pre-order them for later this year.
There you go. The future is near, people. I'm just going to sit on the couch and watch this one for the rest of the day.
All right, we're here in the Samsung booth looking at their latest and greatest. This is the C9000 3D LED TV. As you can see, it makes all your Korean pop stars look phenomenal. 240 hertz refresh rates. It's got the usuals, the USB ports, your Ethernet, 4 HDMI inputs. But what really makes this thing shine is the touchscreen full-color remote. Now, why do you need a touchscreen full-color remote? Well, how about previewing a channel before you switch to it? You can make sure the commercial's over before you actually jump channels. Or there's a big game going on, you don't want to miss the big kick or the walk down the runway. Did I just out myself? You actually take the remote, walk into the kitchen, and check the programming on the remote without having to actually, miss the programming. Another cool thing is you can access your media remotely and actually pull up videos, photos, music, etc., and stream it to the TV wirelessly through a touchscreen remote. It's fantastic. The Samsung C9000 3D LED TV. And straight from the desk of technology you will never be able to fit in your own house, Panasonic is wowing everybody with two 152-inch plasma displays, 2D and full 3D on some of these displays, and the resolution 4K by 2K. What does that mean? That means you got comfy with your 1080p display, and this is a lot bigger than that. Every single pixel looks absolutely gorgeous. It's coming out in spring, probably not to a Walmart near you.
It's awesome. It's all awesome.
Yeah, almost a little too awesome. Damn you, CES, for making my $2,000 HD TV obsolete.
Don't shake your fist at CES. It's very rude. I can't wait to get porn on that thing. It's a pretty TV. Actually, porn on any of these. Can we get? Can you? Are you? Yeah. Someone asked porn, please.
Great job.
That guy is good. Thank you.
Great job at CES.
Thank you. That was fun.
All right, now let's hear from you inside our robots with our video viewer mail.
Okay.
Have you ever been mistaken for another celebrity? If so, who was it, and what did you do afterwards?
Hey.
There was one time I was mistaken for a celebrity, which was shocking to me. You're like, oh yeah, I'm like, no, I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude.
Especially when we're together, people definitely
Well, when
know
we're
you.
together, yeah, whether it's a Cold Stone Creamery or a crosswalk, people will stop and go nuts. Like, I mean, I can't go near the Geek Squad. Yeah, I get recognized there.
Yes,
but I got in high school a lot before I was D-list, and now, not so much now, but I got Chandler a lot.
Chandler?
A lot, yeah. I really did. I got Chandler. Well, I was a little pudgier, and I had some substance abuse issues, allegedly.
Hilarious.
So I got it a lot in high school.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and, you know, what did you get? Masioka?
Masioka.
No, do you get mistaken at all, or?
Yeah.
I mean, people know who you are, so.
Sometimes people think I'm like that guy from CSI. I get that a lot, you know?
David Caruso?
No, the other one. Gary Sinise. I get that a lot. And I'm like, okay, I'll sign it, you know? It's like,
yeah,
hey,
give them what they want, right? Like,
I'm
that's all they need.
You don't know me from Forrest Gump, but okay. Anyway,
tonight's
no, but I just say this. When Kevin and I were walking back from lunch, and this guy sees us, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, my kid loves you." He acted like seeing us together was like seeing like a zebra in the wild. Like we saw it.
Yeah,
we knew they were here.
It was catching a rare solar eclipse as witnessed through the aurora borealis.
And he had
been
driving around. Like he's like, I knew you guys worked here. I saw the sign. I was going to work. I mean, it was.
I thought about dinging you with the front end of my truck and just collecting you, but
like
I'll take a photo.
Take you in.
Hey, thanks to Adam Sessler for being here.
Back.
Real quick, I want to apologize to Tom Krazit from CNET.
Yes.
China can't censor Google, but they censored us today. We'll be back talking about that story as soon as possible. Sorry, Tom.